All right, I wanted to show you another little upgrade I did. Wasn't really necessary, but something I've been wanting to do for a while as well, is this backrest. I've always wanted to go to where I had the detachable seat. And as most know, this 07 is a one-off bike. It's a one-year bike, Fatboy. There's a lot of things on it that they switched this year, and then the next year they did more upgrades. So sometimes the things I want to do, it just takes me a while to get around to it because there's so much that goes into changing things around. So anyway, so what I did here was this. I went through Harley and bought the docking kit. And of course, like a dummy, I didn't video none of this. I just kind of did it the other night. It was down here piddling around. But anyway, there's nothing to this. There's literally these bolts right here. And you take them off. Matter of fact, here's the old plates. So these here's the ones that don't remove. And they would sit on there and they were permanent. And you just use the regular bolts that come with the bike, which are these right here. So anyway, the docking kit, put it on there. And I bought these plates, the detachable plates for this backrest at a swap meet the other week. So all said and done, I bought a aftermarket docking plate at first, or docking bolts and setup. And they were the wrong size. It wasn't going to work. I paid 30 bucks for them. That was pretty much a waste of money. So if you take that out of the equation, I paid $25 for these. And at Harley, they're like, I think like $135, something like that. So I paid $25 for them, cleaned them up, and went to put them on. Now here's the kicker. You go to do these, and you can see, you look hard enough, I had to fabricate them. I had to take a grinding wheel, angle grinder, and I grinded them off because they had an ear on them. Let me see if I can find the ear here that I took off. A lot of people's probably going to be like, I can't believe you did that. Don't know what I did with it. I think I threw it. Oh. No, that's not it either. So anyway, but as you can see, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. And I got it to where none of that's actually hitting. Still seems to be pretty solid. But other than I probably spent 20 minutes fabricating that. And believe me, I'm not a fabricator. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. And really nothing to it. You got an angle grinder, got a little time. Just take little chunks at a time. Don't just go freaking hacking. And you make it work. And there it is. Finished product. Looks pretty good. It's stable, solid. I mean, that's the pad moving there, but. So anyway, I'll take it off here and let you see what it looks like taking it off. It's pretty easy. I'll just show you here real quick. And like I said, I got the docking kit itself from actually Harley, which is this right here. If you happen to have a Fatboy, this is the one you will need. And the Harley dealership I bought it from was in Pennsylvania, and it cost me $59 tax. Now see, you buy these aftermarket ones, these here's fine. Same as this, they're fine, they'll work. But the bolts are too small. As you can see, that's the original bolt out of there versus that. in the length. Yeah, obviously they're going to be longer because they got to go through these. But yeah, this wasn't even close. So there's that. And let me set this up and I'll show you taking it off here. Alrighty, so here goes. I'll lower the bike so you can see it a little bit better. And the whole purpose of me doing that is so I can get to this. Because I got to take this seat off to get that seat to get down to the battery. And the way it's set before is pain in the rear end. Then you go to put them back on. Still be careful you don't hit the paint or anything. Make sure these lock tabs are flipping around there. Set it down on there. Flip it forward. There you go. I'll show you from this side. Actually, I'll show you from back here. So I don't know if you can see all this or not. There's a little tab right here. You flip it. You pull it up. When you pull it up, you pull this back on both sides. And that releases it. You just flip it up like that. Lift it up. And slide it out. And you go to put it back in. Get it lined up. Get it on the front. You have to make sure these things here go around. And you just push it down. So they pretty much lock. And you just flip it forward. There you go. Alrighty. On to something else. Okay, well here's something else I want to show y'all real quick. This index paper, this thing isn't touching. I don't know how we can see that enough, but you get that paper up underneath there. Now it's hitting this right here. Now, the paper is. But the paper goes underneath all that. It's very, very close. So I'll show you what I mean. See how it slides down through there? It's still tight. Get the camera right. But it's not hitting. It's actually missing a little bit. Same way with this side. See, it'll slide, the paper will slide down in there. So I wanted to show you that. And I kind of want to give you an idea of, bear with me here a second. What this actually started out looking like. Let me give you the same side here so you can tell. All right. So, as you can see, what this looks like now. I said I cut a little bit off of it. And here's what it looks like new. So in reference, you can see that basically that little bit right there is what I took off. That little bit of the edge comes around there on both sides. And I don't think that's going to have any bearing on the stress and everything else of this right here. I mean, heck, you got a screw through here, so, you know. And a lot of your weight, as it's being pushed on this backrest, is going up against this here, against that front docking. So I did want to show that. I mean, now these things here, they're like a plastic, and they are touching the turn signal, the turn signal indicator just a little bit, but I really truly don't think that it's going to hurt anything. I mean, they're barely touching it right here, or actually more right in here. Let me see, more right in this area right here. They're barely touching it. You can actually get that paper down through there. So I just wanted to tell you. I mean, you like the video I watched, you can skip this whole removal of rewiring and relocating this turn signal if you got a little common sense in you as far as being able to fabricate a little bit. And here's what I used. Let me show you over here. I simply just used this little angle grinder right here. And all I did was move this out of the way. Of course, I was on the opposite side, but I basically just I cut a little bit of the edge off of it, and then I just kept working it back and forth until I had it to the point where I could actually get it down on there. And of course, I didn't have all this on here. I just had the side plate by itself, like so. So yeah, it's this side here. So whenever I was trying to get it on there, I kept, of course this is the permanent one, it don't slide on, but I would slide on and snap it down, and of course it would hit against this and it would stop. And I just kept working it until I got it down there, and then once I got it to fit, it was still touching the turn signal, and I kept working a little bit of it off until I got it to the point where I could slide that index card between that and the turn signal. Like I said, when you clamp it down, this here flat spot does just barely touch it, and I don't want to knock that off there, because that's actually what pins that down. When you pull that up there, that actually slides and locks around that dock, that locks around. It actually will lock around like you slide it on there. I ain't got enough hands here. As it slides down on, it pushes up against that like that, and then it locks around there. See how it does that? So I don't want to mess with that any. And so anyway, that's how that works. Something quick and easy to do. If you got, a soft tail, this is a 2007. I'm not afraid to use it. I even come back here and put a bunch of pressure on the back of it to see if it actually even gave any, and it didn't. It actually was still able to slide the paper through it. So anyway, little quick thing. Sorry I didn't film me doing everything, because down here one night my brother and we just a couple nights ago, every weekend, about a week ago now, and we used to have a couple cold beverages talking, and he said, just get her done. So we did it. I didn't even have a camera down here to even think about it. So, but anyway, pretty basic. So anyway, moving on to the next thing.